Resuming debate, the honourable member for Sackville, Preston, Chesapeake.
Bonjour, Monsieur le Président. Je me lève pour deux raisons. Une plus personnelle, puis l'autre, bien sûr, pour parler sur le projet de loi C-2. J'aimerais aviser la Chambre que je suis, moi et ma femme, ce matin, des nouveaux grands-parents, notre premier petit-enfant. Nous sommes très fiers et ma fille Chantal et son mari Mathieu Haley sont fiers parents de cette belle jeune fille qui se nomme Moyenne. Donc, merci beaucoup. Mr. Speaker, I'm extremely proud and happy to rise for C-2, the law that will bring talking about benefits for middle class, and that's what's so important about our election campaign. It's making good. This was a promise that we made throughout our campaign in the platform, and this is making good on it. And I'm very happy to hear our Prime Minister indicate that this would be the first priority of our government in its 42nd Parliament here this year. And this was a platform promise that we felt was essential because over the last 10 years, the middle class has been struggling, and that has been extremely difficult for many people across Canada and in many communities. Mr. Speaker, this idea it's not something that came within. This is really something that we've heard throughout the campaign because we were listening and consulting with Canadians during the door-to-door visits, if you want. And we heard it clear that the middle class were in need of some type of tax relief for them as they were struggling. And many people were telling me that they were working extremely hard and yet didn't seem to be getting ahead because the cost of living was rising, the challenges for paying for personal family needs, for daycare, etc. And that's after 10 years of what I would call of low-growth economy, and Canadians were looking for real change. Our finance minister has been hard at work as well, consulting with Canadians for the upcoming budget. He's consulted from coast to coast to coast. He was in Nova Scotia as well and had a great attendance of youth at the university and as well as the Chamber of Commerce to come out. And this allowed many, many Canadians to be engaged in this process of sharing some innovative and creative ideas. And this is another sign of what I call of a government that's open, transparent, and accessible. And our minister displayed that throughout that process. I'm very pleased with that. La réalité, c'est que les gens ont à payer l'hypothèque, l'épicerie et les autres nécessités, la garde de leurs enfants, etc. Et cela est très difficile pour la classe moyenne. C'est une recette qui n'est pas saine pour l'économie. Ça, c'est sûr et certain. Et ce projet de loi que nous débattons aujourd'hui va nous permettre de changer le fardeau fiscal, si vous voulez, de ceux qui en ont un peu plus, d'en recevoir un peu moins, puis ceux qui en ont un peu moins, d'en recevoir un peu plus. In my riding, Mr. Speaker, over 30% of the citizens will profit will gain from this tax reduction. Over 9 million Canadians will also be taking advantage of this tax reduction. This means that in a family of 4, they will have about $540 more in their pockets for spending for things that are essential for their family. Il faut aussi noter que ceci, c'est une partie du plan. Le plan est beaucoup plus horizontal, si vous voulez. C'est-à-dire qu'il va y avoir beaucoup plus d'autres initiatives au cours des 4 ans de notre plateforme. Parce que c'est ce qu'on veut faire, c'est de travailler et appuyer la classe moyenne. Et notre gouvernement va également investir dans l'infrastructure, dans le transport, parce que cela sera des nécessités pour stimuler, si vous voulez, l'économie. Je peux vous dire, in my riding, Mr. Speaker, which is Sackville, Preston, Chesapeake, I know that public transit and transportation is extremely important. You have to understand, in my riding, we have both urban and rural parts of my riding, and I'm working closely with my colleague from Dartmouth, Cole Harbour, to see that the construction of a long-awaited Sackville-Burnside Expressway. It's been essential, and it's something that we need and that we must move forward as soon as possible. In addition to that, Mr. Speaker, our government is committed to creating a Canada Child Benefit. This will help families for daycare. A fairer system, one that sees those Canadians who have a little more get a little less, and those that have less getting more. And that's what is a fairer system. 9 out of 10 Canadians will benefit from this. Over 315,000 children will be pulled out of poverty. That's the type of plan that will be effective for Canadians. That means about $2,500 more per year for families, tax-free. Add that to the $540, that's over $3,000 per year per family. That is a very, very important aspect of taxes for Canadians. More money in their pockets. Mr. Speaker, our government is focused. It's a government on fairness. We want to support the middle class. We want to assure that they have money in their pockets, and we want to ensure that they're able to prosper. La dernière chose que je veux souligner sur la loi C-2, c'est le fait qu'on a changé le compte d'épargne libre d'impôts, où les conservateurs avaient augmenté cette somme à 10 000, on l'a réduite à 5 500. Pourquoi vous dites? Parce que 93% des Canadiens et Canadiennes n'en profitaient pas, ne pouvaient pas mettre le minimum. Donc, en retournant, ceux qui n'en profitent pas, c'est ceux qui en ont beaucoup plus, et ce n'est pas ceux qui appartiennent à la classe moyenne. En fait, ces changements, ça donnait plus d'argent à ceux qui en ont plus, qui étaient encore moins, et le gouvernement du Canada devait payer des millions de dollars de plus sur 5 ans et des millions à long terme. Donc, moins de dépenses, mais ceux qui ont dépenses, c'est pour ceux qui y appartiennent. For the last 10 years, like I said, the middle class has been ignored, and this government is putting the middle class at the forefront. And this government will ensure that our policies reflect what's important for middle-class Canadians. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Questions and comments? The honourable member for Edmonton Manning.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to congratulate the members opposite for his speech. My question is, we've been hearing about middle class all the way. And my understanding and my knowledge that 75% of Canadians are middle class. What we heard just now, that only 30% of Canadians will benefit from this new tax system. What happened to the other 45%? If members opposite can advise us, please.
The honourable member for Sackville, Preston, Chesapeake.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. President, and my colleague across the floor for the question. When I made reference to 30%, I'm talking about 30% of the people in my riding will benefit from that tax cut. But what's important to keep in mind is that 9 out of 10 Canadians will benefit across Canada. That's what's extremely important. 9 out of 10 Canadians and over 315,000 children will be pulled out of poverty. Those are the type of programs and laws that this party wants to bring forward. Thank you.
Question en commentaire, l'honorable député de la Rimouski-Nejet-Témiscouata-Les-Basques.
Président, ce que le député vient de mentionner est tout à fait faux. Ce n'est pas 9 personnes sur 10 qui vont bénéficier de la réduction d'impôts. On vient d'apprendre que, et le directeur parlementaire du budget confirme qu'il y a seulement environ 30 % de la population qui va bénéficier de ce crédit d'impôt. Si vous faites 45 000 50 000 vous avez une infime portion de la réduction. Si vous faites en bas de 45 000 vous n'avez rien du tout. Mais si vous faites 200 000 vous avez la réduction maximum de 800 $. Alors, j'aimerais savoir quelle est la définition de la classe moyenne pour ce député, alors que des gens comme nous, comme députés, vont bénéficier d'une réduction maximum, mais que quelqu'un qui gagne 40 000 45 000 n'aura absolument rien de la réduction d'impôt.
Honorable député de Sackville, Preston, Chesapeake.
Monsieur le Président, j'apprécie bien la question. Par contre, je dois dire, c'est une autre raison pour laquelle les MPD n'ont pas réussi aux élections, les dernières élections, le 19 octobre. Parce que pour eux, c'est regarder ce qui se passe individuellement. Et ne regarde pas, comme j'ai dit dans mon discours, que la stratégie du gouvernement libéral, c'est horizontal. C'est-à-dire que oui, on a des coupures d'impôts, mais aussi on a un investissement majeur pour les jeunes familles, pour le Child Care Benefit, qui va profiter 25 $ de plus de les poches des familles moyennes. C'est ça qui est vraiment un gouvernement qui a une vision totale sur notre plein mandat de 4 ans. Merci, M. le Président.
Question et commentaire, l'honorable député de Toronto-Danforth.
J'aimerais par vous souhaiter mes meilleurs vœux, un membre, mon collègue, à la naissance de sa petite fille. Et j'aimerais savoir si mon collègue peut nous aider. Il a bien expliqué comment cette motion va aider, ces changements vont aider les familles de la classe moyenne, mais qu'est-ce qu'il peut nous dire, ce qu'il a entendu en parlant aux commettants dans son comté à ce sujet?
Honorable député de Sackville-Preston-Chesapeake.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, my colleague, for the question. You know, it's funny because as the Liberals were laying out their strong platform, it was becoming more and more evident throughout the campaign, and the closer to October 19th, the more evident it was that Canadians had made up their minds, that this was the platform that would ensure that the middle class, young families, youth, seniors, all Canadians would have an opportunity to improve, would have much more opportunities in this country to prosper. And that's what good government is, and that's why I'm proud to be a Liberal member in this governing party. Thank you.
Resuming